Alright, right now we are on Interstate 93 in good old Massachusetts. I use that with extreme sarcasm because Massachusetts sucks. I hate living in this state. I want to live in New Hampshire because I think it's better. And I don't care if their property taxes are higher. But this is kind of going to be a video log plus a rant on Massachusetts highways because I'm driving on them and I hate them so much. Right now on 93 I'm going to be getting on Route 128. For those who aren't from around here, Route 128 is part of I-95. Right now I'm on 93 South. I'm going to be getting on 95 South. And it's because I'm heading to UTI to talk to the employment office. Because I need a job. I actually found a job but then lost it, and it was all because my boss put me on subsidy pay when he should have put someone like me who was new on hourly pay. But I'm not going to get into that too much anyway. I'm going to point out that you might notice at times that the camera almost seems to be resting on some kind of suspension, kind of like it's smoothly bouncing around. This is because the roads suck. I'm going over a lot of bumps, and the image stabilization is kind of trying to stop that, but it looks like the camera's kind of floating because the camera is actually stationary this entire time. Whereas normally the image stabilization is helping you for when you can't hold the camera steady. But anyway, right now I'm on a somewhat smooth part of the road because I'm assuming they paved this section in the last couple of years, but it won't be long before there's potholes all over the place. Now, I'm not too far away from 128. Should be getting on soon, and we're going to deal with the interchange and other crap like that. Traffic on 128 during this time of day shouldn't be too bad unless there's some construction going on. There is ongoing construction, but I don't know how much work they're actually doing on the road right now, so who knows. I'm hoping not too much. I did leave early to give myself extra time to get there, but I would like to have extra time to stop at this video game store called Play and Trade in Walpole, and it's only a few miles from the school, and normally it's inconvenient to drive all the way to Walpole just to get a few old Nintendo games, but I'm gonna be near the store anyway, so I figure I might as well go there. I'd rather go before I stop in the school, but it is 12:47 right now, and I need to be in the employment office at 2 o'clock, so we'll see what happens. And it's completely unpredictable in this state. I'm sure other states are the same, but Massachusetts is even worse when it comes to unpredictability because I have no idea what the hell kind of schedule they're on when it comes to road construction, but it's never at a convenient time, and it's always fucking different because this state can't get anything straight, apparently. And I'm sure people outside of Massachusetts has heard of the Big Dig. That's just like the epicenter of the shit. It sucks everywhere. The Big Dig's just the center of all the bullshit when it comes to Massachusetts road construction. But should only be a few more miles, and we will be on 128, and it will be bumpy as fuck. And here we just go over a bridge, and as you can see, bridges are not smooth in this state at all. And all they do is they patch it up with concrete. So then you have a mixture of asphalt and concrete, and they expand and contract at different rates. Concrete's is porous, and I don't know. Everything gets fucked up basically. Ice gets into the concrete more than it gets into the asphalt. And it causes all sorts of problems when it freezes. It just fucks everything up. I don't know why they just don't repave the whole goddamn bridge. I don't know why we're going so slow right now, but that's Massachusetts for you. Not the car right in front of me. There's someone else going slow in front of them. think it's a truck. I was going to switch lanes and pass these people, but now there's a dump truck going by me. So that kind of sucks. Now I got the corner line. Eventually I'll have room to move it. See, no one would ever leave space for you in this state, so you gotta kind of fight and make your own. Although I actually am getting close to the exit anyway, so I might as well just stay in this lane. Which one of these ramps takes me to 95 South. I'm sure there'll be a sign at the very last second, because that's what happens in Massachusetts. If you're not from around here, you'll get lost so easily, because there won't be a sign telling you where you're going until the last second when it's too late. Alright, I'm coming, exit 37B takes me to 95 South. And you don't get a sign telling you that it's 95 South until a quarter mile away. And if you're not from around here, then hopefully you're from somewhere where you're used to fighting for lanes, because usually if you're not in the right lane already, you're going to be boxed and you're going to be blocked from getting into the right lane so you can get in the exit. Usually you want to make sure you're in the right lane well before you get to the exit, but you can't make sure you're in the right lane beforehand if you're not from around here and you don't see a sign until you're a quarter mile away from the exit. Now we're getting on to 128 South. Now this highway is so fucked up, it's ridiculous. This and 495 are probably the worst two highways in Massachusetts. And there's people in Western Mass that'll claim that they have a fucking highway that's worse. No, this is the fucking worst right here. This is horrible. Now, every single bridge is like you're on a fucking wooden roller coaster. There's pavement getting ripped up at the seams in between the lanes. Here we go, we're crossing a bridge now. This one actually isn't too bad, although it's still bumpy as fuck right there. Here we go, another bridge. Boom. At the end. That one wasn't as bad. I believe there's a few giant ruts down here somewhere, but I think they might have patched them up, I'm not sure, but that's what they do. They just throw all these patches down on the road, and then either cars driving over them continuously rips them up, or they patch it right before the winter, and then the plows rip them up. They need to just repave the roads and do it right the first time so that the road doesn't fall apart within 3 years. It's retarded. Look at the center line there. It's just friggin' potholes and patches everywhere. It's retarded. There you go, a bunch of them right there. They must have repaved this bridge, because that's the smoothest bridge I've driven on so far. Massachusetts, when you're going in the left lane, you better be going fast or people are gonna run you off the road. Right now, I am going 75, and that's slow for the left lane. Usually the left lane's going a good 80 miles an hour. And you think, oh, what if you get pulled over? But the state police will actually essentially flash their lights at you to get into another lane because you're going too slow. The state police will ride up on your ass and make you move out of the way for going too slow because you're not going 80 in a 65 or a 55. That's Massachusetts. Now, the staties will pull you over if you're the lone guy blowing through traffic going wicked fast, or if you're weaving in and out of cars. But if the whole lane is going 80, the staties are going to expect you to be going 80 in that lane too.